Well, hello and welcome back. I'm going to be playing a game called Limbo. A quick look into what the etymology of limbo is, or the purpose of the word, the use of the word. It's this idea of a border or the hem, like the hem, the hem of a garment, which is a border of the garment itself, but it also has to do with this idea of waiting, or you're between moments, you're between activities, you're between places, that sort of thing. And this is just a little bit of a break for me from my playthrough of Red Dead Redemption. And the description of this game is: uncertain of his sister's fate, a boy enters Limbo. And so we're going to check it out and see what it's all about. And so without further ado, here's Limbo. I really like this black and white aesthetic. Reminds me of yin and yang. But this idea of limbo would be something like the gray area. Between black and white. Between light and dark. Confidence and confusion. Community and exile. Civilization and wilderness, these kinds of things. Those little eyes? Oh. So you wake up. So there's this idea of sleeping, this idea of resting. And like with anything in life, life is going to rest, life is going to sleep, it's going to fall apart, it's going to need input, it's going to need participation. I had to press a button to start the game. Wrong way. Okay, so there's a simple jump. Alright, there's two buttons for jump, I guess. Alright. So yeah, like with anything in life, you need to participate with it in order for it to bear fruit or to be made into something. And so we find ourselves awaking into life and consciousness, just like this this boy is entering limbo. I love that his eyes are shining lights. There's this symbolic relationship between the eyes, the stars, and these things being like wells. They're like, there's this water that comes from this rejuvenating, life-giving water that, which are like tears coming from the eyes, Or as we look into the heavens, we see the stars and we're inspired by them, and they sort of draw us into this infinite. Okay. So there's a grab button. There's a rope attached, it seems. So here's sort of an image of a well. A rope, connected to a bucket goes down into a hole in the ground and draws up water. It may not be a well that we're going into, but wells definitely use ropes and buckets to draw water up from down beneath the earth. Is that water down here? Oh, I guess I can't swim, huh? And there's all this white noise, or this like faint noise going on in the background. Like the sound of running water, or the sound of the wind in the trees. Boats are like a bucket. Boats are like a mediation between land and water. It's like a little piece of land that you can take with you to mediate the waters. And the chain breaks without us doing anything. And so we're just kind of at the whim of the winds right now to take us across the pond here. Boats and ships are an interesting symbol of mediating on waters, and they're kind of at the mercy of the wind and the mercy of the waves, but it allows us to, like this idea of limbo, this sort of between place, this waiting in between one island or another island, or one continent to another continent, or from one place to another. There's this traversal, there's this period of waiting that we have to also interact with, but it has this mysterious I'm probably gonna have to pull this up on shore here, it seems. It's probably what this is all about here. So there's a rope above me. Well, I can climb this, eh? So we've come down into Limbo, down into this world, and we've taken the boat from one place to another, and now we're climbing up out of the hole. And this light through the trees aesthetic is beautiful. It's very spooky, very ominous. Makes you wonder. These look like spikes here. Makes you wonder. So these two lights, kind of like the two lights of my eyes, except there's nothing seems to hold. There's an invisible thing holding them together. Oh, okay, all right. I was wondering about that. Ooh. Tried to jump there. But, I was afraid of how... Not used to how far I jump. Okay, you can get quite a bit of height there. I kind of want to pull it back as far as possible because jumping uphill even a little bit seems like you can jump farther jumping downhill. There we go. So like stars and ships, there's lights that guide people in life, that little notions, little inklings and ideas, and you can bring in the idea of fairies, these fairies that slip in behind trees and sort of catch you out of the corner of your eye, or little glimmers, little things that catch your attention. And so it seems that these are going to be some guiding lights, much like people use the stars to navigate on the oceans when there's no landmarks. But that's sort of what those lights kind of remind me of. So is this bait? There's this idea of fishing. I'm curious if I jump out onto it, will it fall down into the trap? Let's try this out. Ooh, spooky. So this idea of fishing, like into a well, like I was talking about previously, like you bring the bucket down into the well, like you're fishing for renewal. Water is life-giving. It renews you. It's thirst quenching. It's cool and refreshing. So this idea of fishing and drawing water are very closely related, even just within binding a rope together in order to do that, binding fishing line, putting bait on it, you know. And the bait in the idea of a well, it's like it's an invitation. It's like an empty vessel is an invitation to fill it up. Like a bucket is inviting water in to fill it up. Like a hook or a bait is inviting the fish to bite onto it. That sound has changed. The sound of the wind seems to have gone away. Now the dust is starting to fall, which reminds me of like falling stars or meteor showers or tears from the eyes of something like a divine being. There's just the faintest little sounds of birds. Birds being this like flying spirit, sort of in the sky, you know, something above us, something that we can't quite reach. I always think of the most powerful symbol of like a seed or like dust falling when we talk about like levels of symbolism, like being on the ground versus, you know, in space, which is sort of the highest one, in the divine realm versus in like the earthly realm or the underworld realm. These sort of like three different realms you can kind of divide it into if you want. That like dust falling from the sky and this rock kind of sliding down with the log here. It's like a meteor coming in and giving the world life and changing things about the world in a very powerful way. That's the most powerful kind of image I can see, but these things also happen at like really subtle levels too. Like somebody can say something to us, or we can receive food, or we can receive an idea that can really have an impact on us. Whether we wanted it to or not, it can be unexpected and life-changing. You know, it could be the death of somebody, or a gift that somebody gives you, or an idea. There's like a broken rope here, like a loose thread. Looks like, you know, if we're talking about like the garment or a textile or some clothing, it's got like a frayed, F-R-A-Y, frayed, loose thread. And so now we have dark. These are like dark eyes. Those little lights, those little bugs, those little the two eyes of light. Now this is like the opposite. It's like a symbol of death. These little black flies versus like a symbol of life, which would be like stars and fireflies. Why is I'm so curious to... Does this float? Oh, it does. Oh, shoot. I slipped right over that. Can I hold on to it? Maybe? No? This little box maybe reminds me of like a shipwreck, you know, somebody who's clinging to the remnants of something that came before. You know what? I think I'm doing it the opposite way. Let's flip it around. Let's drag it out of the water. Let's bring it over to this frayed string. There we go. Oh, can we do it? Oh, geez. I was gonna try swinging there, but I guess I just sort of dropped off. Oh. Loose threads is a really interesting symbol. This idea of tying something to tying something to the edges that can weigh us down if we're not paying attention, like little burrs of like seeds or things that can sort of stick to our clothes while we're walking through the forest. Little things that we can get attached to, or that can get attached to us without us really paying too much attention. They just sort of cling on to us. At the edges of what we wear or who we are. And they can always surprise us. We can just sort of look down and be like, oh, I didn't notice that there. It hadn't presented itself to me. This is a broken tree ahead of me here, so I'm gonna push it over, I guess. Now, splash. Yep, that's about right. There is a string there. Kind of curious about jumping to that, but now that log is down in the water. Oh. I'm going to try one more time. Although it might be just out of reach for a reason, I'm not sure. Oh, I made it. Nice. You have to be really close to get that at the right jump. Exploration off the ground. Well, that's nice. I like finding little... No. I want to drop down here. Can I push this in? Is it enough to get me across? Do I still need to use the box maybe? To kind of mediate between this log? So the box isn't useless yet, it seems. I can probably use this box to push the log out. Really interesting that we take these trees, these symbols of mediating between the air and the ground, and how it's a seed that's expressing itself, and it gathers material to build itself into these branches that reach out and allow it to pull more down and express itself more. But also this box is like a structure made out of the destruction or the refinement, and so this little juxtaposition between the box and this branch here is pretty cool. Like, we can float on a log over the seas, or we can use a log to hold on to, or we can, you know, make it more of a structure by turning it into lumber and giving it a whole new purpose, and giving the ship a design, and giving a very specific purpose to the material, instead of just utilizing it for its own natural kind of capabilities. We refine it into a more effective tool or instrument for mediating in the world. Now there's a trap on a branch. gave me chills. And like those little traps, a spider can be like a little trap. But like a natural trap with a mind. Ooh. Very interesting. Oh, okay. Has it slid down? Do I get the spider to shake the ground enough that that comes down? I think that the weight of the spider yeah, there we go. I had looked like it had been. So now I'm on the incline. I'm gonna jump over it here. And then I guess we're gonna, well, it implies that the thing's gonna stab the ground. Here, come and get it. Ooh. Am I not gonna like bite its hand off? Or do I? There we go. How many times do I do that? Do I do that for as many fingers that it has? There's this really interesting idea of like getting close to the thing that's terrified you, getting close enough to it to like beckon it to you. It's like, oh yeah, okay, well, you were gonna catch me, you were going to snag me, you were gonna scare me and take me for your purposes, but now I'm gonna kind of use your own kind of pattern against you. Well, it's run off. That doesn't mean it's dead or killed, but it's definitely... And this trap is no longer set. That's really curious. Should I remember that for later? The trap that is activated 3 times. So there was a little fairy, there was a little lightning bug, or this little star, this little glimmer that had moved in behind the spider, so it was definitely indicating that that was the right way to go. It was beckoning me in that direction. And now we're probably not going to be able to climb up that again. I heard a little chirping. Oh, is this a bunch of spider silk here? I'm slow, I'm sticky, I can't jump here. There is I believe some folklore about the spider in the cosmos, this spider in the sky. If you can imagine the lines that from the North Pole or the Northern Star that kind of stretch out, that go down, let's say like through the points of the ecliptic, like at the pardon me, at the solstices and at the equinoxes, that creates 4 points around the ecliptic. And then if you imagine that you extend that concept out to the 12 signs of the zodiac, and then you have elevation lines, you know, sort of, let's say, distances from the, like in a circle. Pardon me. Like a circle emanating around these strings. You can kind of imagine it like a spider's web. And so there's this idea that you can kind of picture the cosmos like a spider web with little glimmering jewels. I think this is like the image of something like a dream catcher. Is like it's they're like ropes and strings and spider silk that have little jewels on them. There's this like idea of dreaming and vision, and the sky and the night is associated with sleep, and so there's this, you know, like waiting to be devoured, caught by the spider, dream catchers, that I'm getting from this sort of spider vibe right now. I can't move from here. Does it kill me? Oh my goodness. Oh no. Is this supposed to happen? Talk about waiting to be devoured. Talk about limbo. Oh, I'm no longer stuck to the silk at the bottom because I'm made of silk. There's this that's really interesting. This idea of like using that quality of something that's, this is this idea of mediating between places, is like using the quality of this stickiness, this like I've been wrapped up in this cocoon, like a butterfly metamorphosizing, and it's waiting to change form. It's waiting to go from one state to another. But it's the very thing that allows me to jump along the ground. And so I'm no longer stuck to the ground where the spider silk was, because I'm now coated in it. I'm wearing it like a clothing. I'm wearing it like a shirt, and it's a protection, like clothing and wearing skins of things. It's like this clothing of death. It's like we put this death on, this sort of dead quality on us to protect us. Alright, well, my hopping is not jumping, it seems. I was gonna try and jump over there, but it seems that I'm trying to time it perfectly. Me simply walking forward has a little bit of a hop, but but I need to jump. I want to hop jump. Oh, this is tough. Oh, can I hold? It seems I can like hold it for a bigger jump. There we go. I think that's... Oh, I can like hold jump while I'm doing this. Interesting. I have to shove this along, and will it trigger this to come backwards on me? I was trying to get out of the way here. I figured it was going to trigger that to come back on me, but it was hard to jump backwards, I guess. I was trying to move back. There we go. So the stone and the stick are very fundamental symbolic tools. You got the blunt object and the point. You got the mass and the point, the material and the point. And you can use them to as tools. Oh, looks like I'm going to walk this rock along here. With a little bit of hop, skip, and a jump backwards as it rolls, it seems. And so like a circus performer or somebody who's balancing on the ball, it's like we're all sort of balancing on the planet, and we're all sort of having to jump along as the planet kind of rolls underneath our feet, while this cosmic spider, this kind of chasing us, this mysterious threat is kind of behind us or above us. And I've still got this little tuft of spider silk on my head. I wonder what that's going to be useful for. Oh no! Oh my goodness. That's dark. I guess, maybe like depression or sadness or sorrow kind of looms over us like a memory. These memories that we can hold that we haven't processed, or we've sort of kept and suppressed them, and we're maybe waiting for them to be redefined or whatever, but maybe there's this play between choosing death and waiting for it to come for us. But oh goodness, but we continue on, I guess, and we live and learn. So that little tuft seems to have fallen off. Do I have to be quick about this? It seems, yeah. Pardon me. Now that body, I don't know if that's the body of his sister. So these are like trees that have been cut down. Like a tree can represent a person. We have our own ideas. We have our own purposes and patterns. And we try to acquire material and money, and we eat food, and so that we can express ourselves in the world. But they can be cut down. People can be cut down. They can die. And then, their form is no longer in the world like it was before. But like a tree can be repurposed, and materials can be made into wood, I think it's very similar for like the memories of people. They can be repurposed and they can be remembered. People will perform rituals and commemoration of people that have died. There's this idea of sacrifice and honor honoring people that have come before us and our ancestors, because we inherit the materials that they used, and we inherit their stories and repurpose them for our own. Now, it seems that the tree's going to come back towards me, so do I got to make a jump? I'm going to make a quick jump. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. So I got to, like, jump off of it, bounce back off of it, maybe? Oh. Oh. Do I have to be quick, I guess, somehow? Ooh, there we go. So I had to land hard on that stick there. Okay, alright. Gotta be quick with it. Now, if I jump down there, it seems that I'm stuck. So let's try it. Holy. And so I think, like life, we kind of have to try things out to see what happens, you know? Do I have to jump over that? Sometimes we can't know everything before we do it. Oh, we gotta jump. Is it gonna swing back? No. Slide down here, it seems. Jump that so we don't get skewered. So like a bucket on the end of a string, it reminds me of like David's sling. This idea of like putting a rock at the end of a string. See, like that rock there, it's this weapon. It turns it into a weapon. And like a bucket at the bottom of a well at the end of a string, or like a hook at the end of a string. You can put a rock at the end of a string and changes the symbol just simply by what you tie to things. Depending on what you tie down, how you use or define things, like people say, oh, there's a loose thread. There's this saying of like, oh, I've left many loose threads, I have to tie some loose ends, these sorts of sayings. But it depends on what you tie to them that makes their meaning. You know, it depends on how you remember things. It depends on how you choose to utilize things that creates their meaning and their purpose. Some things can be dangerous, and see, this looks mechanical. I feel like it looks like a mechanical spider. Whoa! Did I get killed from that? Or it just knocks me back? Hey, punk! Wow, that gave me chills. Just enough time. Now there's this idea of like trickery or traps, and I wonder if it's like leveling up the concept of traps and tricks. See, as first the spider is this biological one. It has to do with the natural processes of the earth, and the insects are like mediating. You know, there's this people say that the insects, if it wasn't for the bugs and the insects doing all this work, like the bees pollinating things, or spiders eating mosquitoes and dragonflies eating mosquitoes, these sorts of things, like humans would have to spend like the hundreds of millions of man hours like pollinating flowers and all this sort of stuff. So there's the insect world is like this mediating force that's kind of incalculable, whereas now it's leveling it up to like a human being sort of taking inspiration from these forces and kind of making tools and mechanical contraptions in order to like mimic the effects of these things. Oh, so everything's on fire now. So now we're bringing fire into it. It's just really interesting. Oh, there's two people now. So there's two, one, now two. So now we're starting to multiply these images. We're multiplying, we're extending the implications, we're... Oh my goodness, another unfortunate. So that person was tying something. Is the... Yeah. They were tying things. But can I jump? No. Maybe I have to run for the hole? I have to run for the hole and hope I make it in time? No. There we go. Ah! Oh my goodness. So I gotta juke them, I guess. Oh. Very crafty. People can be very crafty. Okay, now there's a string that I can grab here. And like these traps are like jaws, they're like mouths, they're consuming and grabbing and grasping to devour you, to trap you. Oh, he's pulling up the rope there. But now, see, there's two... See, I was trying to grab a hold of that. I don't... Oh, that one doesn't have handles, it seems. Okay, so that one doesn't have handles. I don't know why that is. Oh, I can't outrun that. Oh. Ah, jeez. Or does it have handles? I couldn't tell. I'm not even sure if I need to move them or not. That's just sort of the implication of the possibilities, so... Are they gonna roll something after me? Oh, the spider's coming. So, as much as these guys are like setting traps for me, are they also more or less setting traps for the spider. We can also be confused about people's intentions, right? We can, oh, the spider's probably going to step on this. Thank you. Or is there a cave here? Yeah. I thought we can also be misled by our own sort of expectations about what people are and what people are doing, because maybe maybe they're setting these traps because they know that the spider's coming and they're just trying to protect themselves. Or even though the consequence of it is me getting caught by them, it also may only just be because I happen to be there. And so I think if I stand here, the spider might launch me. All right, I'm trying too hard to use the momentum to jump. You know, with symbols, it's not always that it's an easy sort of one-to-one representation, like an analogy or allegory. Like the spider could represent death, you know, this thing that's sort of chasing us from the beginning, but it's also represents this sort of web that life is. It's just this mixing and matching of different strands. Like people can be seen as people can be seen as rope, right? We're made out of these little strands like muscle and that are bound together into this purpose that has like a strength. It has an ability to hold together. It holds and ties things together. And so we're all like part of this tapestry of life, this weaving of I call it the matrix of creation, this weaving of who we are with the material of life and repurposing things. And so this idea of limbo, this idea of the garment, of the hem, or the tapestry of life is what I'm kind of thinking of. Oh, spikes. I can't jump this. Oh, is it a single? Oh my goodness. Are you gonna crawl towards me? Can I grab onto you? Oh yeah, okay, come. Oh my god. Oh no. Can it make me a bridge? Or do I roll its body? Oh, goodness. So kind of like using the spider silk to get through the stickiness, we're now using the very body of the spider as a tool to overcome obstacles. Ooh, okay. Very, very interesting. And so like we use the dust of the stars, we use like the planets, you know, the earth that we're on is this stardust, this gathering of stardust together to, you know, we're on this sort of miracle. We're able to utilize it and use it to serve life. You gonna drop that on my head? Poor kid is stuck in the... Am I gonna be able to like jump across these things? The crow is like a trickster or a messenger. I guess I'm gonna slide down here, huh? Am I gonna jump across those like platforms? Oh! I was trying to jump up to use the rope, but I guess it makes sense that I knocked that off. Can I do it with the same thing with the other one? That makes sense that goes there. So just like in Limbo here, we're utilizing the very simple things we have access to in order to facilitate our movement forward. And I guess it's very much like that in life with anything. I couldn't climb that. I don't think I can climb that. I think I'm going to try sort of one more time to see if there's anything else. And so it seems like the people that inhabit this space, this limbo here, have also sort of made homes and huts up off the ground. You know, they're away from the dust and the particularities is related to death. It's because like this idea that when the purpose no longer is in the body, when the mind or the spirit, however you want to sort of describe it, is no longer in the body, it turns to dust. We return to the earth. We return to the materials in which we're made out of. And so I think these huts are sort of symbolic of trying to escape that, trying to get away from that, trying to get away from the dust on the ground and the dirt that can be infective, and it can get into wounds, or it can hold on to you or cling to you and sort of drag you down. Think of things like swamps. Think of like quicksand or the desert, this sort of dry death, lifeless sort of existence. And so I think these little huts, these little homes are like materials turned into, little protective places to go to or to escape to or to run to. And some people are like that with their own ideas, right? They try to escape into their thoughts, up into their head, away from the world, away from materiality, away from the particulars of things. Are those like little maggots in here? Looks like a body. Looks like something's stuck at the bottom of it and they're like reaching up. Am I supposed to jump across there? I'll try jumping. Okay, maybe I wait for that body to... might be the one to help mediate between where I am now and that third body. It looks like it has a little tuft of, that little white tuft is similar to the last little bit of that spider silk that was on my head earlier after getting out of its cocoon or its wrapping. There's a tripwire down below me. There's a giant square above my head. I'm not fast enough to get through there, so what's the deal? Do I drag a body up there and throw it in? Yeah, it seems so. See, this is like in life, we use the memories of people, the materials, the things that come before us. There's, you know, obviously it's a bit morbid in this situation, but we use what we have access to in order to facilitate our movement. You know? Was that like a mouth? So if you've ever heard of down deep in the ocean, they have these fish with lights on their head that they use to like attract other creatures to them in order to... Are these your babies? I hope I'm not killing your babies. But they can kind of like use light as bait. Are these two separate creatures up there? Interesting. So there's like the light, but there's also false light. There's the light that will devour you, as well as the light that will illuminate things. It's such a beautiful image of the gray area of things. And Limbo in this sort of gray and black and white aesthetic is really, really clever. Is this the same situation? Ooh, yep. Same situation. I gotta be quick. There's something back here I can use. Nothing in the dark I can see. Or that there's I have to jump to this because it's the traps are down. Okay. See, I was asking in my head if it's now luring me into a false sense of security, right? If we, this is really great. Expectations and reality, our perceptions can lead us into a false sense of security, right? In discovering that it's this platform in the middle that allows me to pass over this trap, it sets the expectation that that'll be the same in the future. And so like if somebody does something and you're like, oh, you set it up in your mind, you know, whether you know it or not, as this person is like this and they're going to do this or they're going to say this, you can predict that. You know, people like to have confidence in their predictions. They like to be like, oh, I knew it, you know, like I saw this pattern. It's like people can take advantage of pattern recognition and use it to trap you. So it's like if you're too predictable, so what am I supposed to do then? Run away? So they shoot. Into the body first. And then they run. Oh, okay. I see. Now I gotta chase them back. Oh! I got my foot crushed in that one. I wasn't sure, but it looks like both of them get trapped in the second one. He falls in, and do both of them get trapped here? No, that one. This is really aware of this idea of threat and safety and confidence and prediction and pattern. Very interesting. Now, is this ladder for me to climb back up? Okay, we got a cart. Do I just... What's over here? Anything over here? No? Alright, let's go to the top here and see what's... Not sure if that's exactly where to put that, or we'll see, I guess. I gotta climb, or else I'm gonna fall in there. Very cool. Oh, looks like it's on a timer. Is there like a... Okay. So there is... Oh. Okay. So, alright. We are on a timer here. So is this in my way then? It might be in my way. This might cause me to have to spend too much time. So here is, it's like a false, another false example. I think maybe pulling that out actually hinders me. Very interesting, very interesting. So some things that we're talking about patterns and predictability, some things that we may have done in the past, we may continue to do them simply because they seem effective, but really do I tie the string to the cart? Maybe, I think maybe... maybe that's the thing? Do I tie the string to the cart? Because I don't think I have enough time to get through. So I feed this down. Do I tie it to the cart? Or now do I have enough time to jump to this? Oh, oh, no. I have more time than that, it seems. Okay. I have a little bit more time than I gave myself. See, these are very simple puzzles, but they come from foundations. Oh, okay, all right. But they come from the implications of other simple processes, and this is sort of an image of how life can be. Life is very simple. You wake up, you eat, you sleep. That's kind of the pattern, you know. People want to make it more complicated than it really is, but you know, you wake up, you find something to eat, you go to sleep and do it again. You can add a whole bunch of detail to it, like bathing and talking to friends and going to school and all this sort of stuff. Oh, I think I missed this opportunity here. But it's just simple patterns, simple processes that get complicated because it's entertaining, or just sort of the nature of humans to put things together, to make them more complicated, to make art. I guess that's what art is, you know? Throwing things together. That's what symbols are. This idea of putting things together. Combining things. To symbol, to throw together. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, goodness. Made it that time. Thank goodness. What kind of creature was that? So now we have like a combination. Oh, this is really great. Mushrooms. I think mushrooms are another underrated biome, or symbolic biome. They got bioluminescence. They have psychoactive properties depending on the mushroom. They can be poisonous. They can be a food. So they really, and they're also mediate. They mediate between life and death. They break things down. They repurpose things. They take the materials of bodies and distribute them. They move them away, and very, very underrated biome for sure. But that was just a little taste, a little introduction of mushrooms. Oh, great. I'm now a parasite? Or I'm being controlled? No, not good. Oh yeah, okay. So there's also those image of cordyceps kind of taking over your brain or your mind. What if I don't do anything? Or as I slide down, do I jump? They gonna eat this? Oh, I may have accidentally jumped over that. Oh, they're destroyed by light. Interesting. Eat it? Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, right. Wow. That's amazing. What a beautiful introduction of this idea of light. Wow. Light coming down. When we have things that control us, patterns of behavior, mysterious things that infect us, that control us, these patterns that we can get lost in, or that can become parasitic, like greed, or lust, or somehow we're controlled by other people. We trust other people and we want to help them, and we do what they want and not what we want, and there's this illumination. All of a sudden we can have this insight, like, and it kind of burns away, or it gets destroyed, and then other things feed off of it, but then we kind of get released from it. Is that like a brake of some kind? Is this a water wheel? So this little this little thing wants to eat mushrooms. Okay, it's scared of me, but it wants to eat mushrooms. Okay. Is this a rope? Can I jump over here? Nice. Can I get it down? Hey? Do I have to go in there when it's outside? I wonder if I have to like sneak into its cave, or do I block it from going in there? Let's see what I can do with this. Okay. It didn't harm me, it seems. So I chase it back this direction. Does it activate the wheel? Chase it under there. Oh, it's on the wheel now. Okay. So it turns the wheel. Am I creating electricity? I'm creating electricity, which made rain? Fascinating. Water and mushrooms go together. Water and mushrooms like moisture. And there's like mushrooms can gather moisture on them. So now these aqueducts are active. Do I fill this up? And there's going to be something I can walk across, possibly? Wow. So is there something I can add there? Oh, hey, watch this. Oh, no, I guess not. Can I swing this over somehow? I'm trying to shake it off of here. Just to see if it'll swing over. No, I guess not. I don't know if I can make this jump or not. That's the thing. It looks too far. Do I have to get something else to weigh this down? So I'm wondering, do I go and stand on this before I raise it? Oh, I pulled this out. Okay, there we go, there we go. Alright, okay, I was wondering. So now there's two platforms, it seems. It's no longer tucked underneath there. Was this the only platform? Oh, that water's really shallow. And I still died. What a beautiful game. This is really great. It takes very simple things and it really adds on to the complexity very, very beautifully. I really liked how that thing was in a wheel, and by adding friction to it, it created electricity or generated electricity, which sparked or ignited the skies into releasing the rains. That's really cool. There's a really great play of nature here in this idea of the forest and having these simple creatures and these simple life forms. Like when they interact with each other, it creates this really nice complexity. So there's like a simplicity but a complexity, and as this interaction with life, like in life, we have more and more interactions with as we get older. We start to unveil this complexity, and things can get simpler, and then we can start to play with it. We can start to interact with it more and gain more insight. And we make mistakes. This shallow water. Shallow enough to push this box. What's this little causeway above me? A little bridge. I'm very interested to see this part here, because maybe I have to grab that first. Okay, so the box goes up. There's a spiked ceiling above there. Maybe I have to open up this gate. Oh, I think this is what it is. It's like a gate over my head. So if I put this here, and I go up the ladder to open this up, I pull this open. There we go. Another beautiful thing about life is that there's a process. Like, certain things have to be done before other things. There's a time and a place for everything. And if you do things out of order, sometimes you don't get the right results. It's like baking or cooking. It's like things have a recipe. I kind of want to see, is that a... I wanted to see if that was a... I think I should have checked that out earlier, but it looks like a little handle there. I want to double check that before I run off to the next checkpoint. Because if I jump across here, is that a handle? No, it's not. Okay. Maybe there's like a secret or there, like an achievement to grab, but I guess not. I guess not. Oh, I gotta get this out quick. Oh, the bugs are back again. Does this box have a hole so it won't float? No, it will. But maybe the box sinks because it has a hole in it? Yeah, the box is losing its buoyancy. Very cool. It's gonna flow over the edge here. I don't know what's gonna happen when I go down here. Ooh, okay. I gotta make that, I made that jump. So there's a gate down there. So I think this box might end up floating. I don't know. It's got a couple big holes in it. We'll see. But there's a gate here. Oh. Oh, interesting. Is it gonna float over there for me? I think I should have been quicker. That's supposed to go up underneath this and make it float. But unfortunately, I think I should have been quicker. Oh well. I figured since it was pouring over the edge, it might be filling up a basin. Oh, I should jump. There we go. But also I need to... It's gonna break the chain. Is there a chain that breaks there? And then we go... Oh! Man, how am I gonna do this? Curious because I don't think I have enough time to make it back. So I've got to like close it and push it and run back in time. Maybe because it moves fast enough I can kind of punt it. Maybe because it jumps up, I've got to like hit it when it first pops up, when it first breaks. Go, go, go. Get down there. Okay, there we go, there we go. And timing is another thing in life. There's the right process to do the right things in order, but sometimes you have to do it at the right time. Beautiful, beautiful. You have to wait. You have to wait in limbo sometimes for the right moment. And now we have electrical light. See, I had started this rainstorm, the lightning had started this mechanical quality, and now we have mechanical light. So it went from a light in the river, or sorry, it went from a light in the forest to mechanical light. So there's displacement. Maybe I have to come back and flip this switch afterwards. Flip the switch. Make the jump. Flip the switch. Make the jump. Alright, it displaces enough water that I might be able to turn this one off. Like so. Oh, interesting. It closes that. So now the water in the left-hand container will remain. And now I can flip this again. But now I want the water from the left-hand container to be pushed into this other one. I wonder how this works. Now that it's closed, it's open, it's closed. Now, this is all very interesting. Now I open it up. Oh, I see. Yep, now I open it up. It adds more water there, which levels it out. Now, I close that. Now will there be enough water to displace the bucket? There we go. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, there we go. That's right. These little brain bugs. Some light coming from the outside. Is this thing gonna take me over again? I have to position this here possibly, so once it takes me over, let it guide me. Is the steam gonna kill me? Oh, oh, oh. Interesting. Why did it not happen the first time? But now, every time I step over to that box, it happens. Oh, it's because it's rocking back and forth, it seems. So I get the brain bug. Pop up here. It gets cooked in the sun. Turns me around. So if I jump from here, it's going to be spikes. But if from here... Okay, I just missed the jump last time. Am I not quick enough? Can I add speed? Oh, I can add speed. Oh, we're gonna have to be quick, it seems. And then we'll double back, and then we'll be able to jump across. Yeah, it looks like it's sliding out, sliding out from underneath there. There we go. Oh, no, it automatically makes me walk. Ooh, I did it too early. Okay. It's auto walking. Sometimes you gotta slow down in life, you know? We just gotta wait. I think it's interesting how this game's like down in the bottom of things, down at the bottom of the world, you know, where all the pipes are, all these bugs and creatures, and it's about climbing and falling. Now we're above the water line, possibly. Oh, see, there's bigger houses, bigger homes now. Interesting. Oh, I wasn't holding any momentum there. Out of the forest and into the sort of wild boys territory, down into the sewers and the gutters, and now we're up onto the rooftops of the city. Very, very cool. Very interesting. That'll shock me, probably. Oh, I go down. Oh, I gotta catch that maybe? Or after I knock it over, I gotta go double back. Fall down here. Then turn the power off? Okay. Sometimes you just need to shut it all down. Sometimes you just gotta turn off the lights and go to sleep. And just let it rest. You know, come back to it in the morning. Hotel. It's like a temporary place to live. You know, this doesn't belong to you. It's just a hotel, but it's a safe place to sleep. Kind of like our bodies, you know, they're temporary. We have them for a while, but then we leave and go somewhere else, or it doesn't fully belong to us forever. But we can take comfort in having it and using it. Do I break the glass or something? I have to jump down into the glass, possibly. I gotta ride it while it goes down here and then jump down into the glass. I'm assuming that's what I'm gonna do. Or that's what I'm going to do, I should say. Oh, I missed. There we go. that like a fire hose, it seems? Ooh, I got crushed. What about going this way? Oh, okay. So I think that water bug or that brain bug will get me killed over here if I get caught up underneath this. So I think I get out of the way. And the brain bug will take me over this direction. Do I pull these things down? Can I grab anything here? Buckets? No. Or maybe it makes me double all the way back and there's something over here that I need to get afterwards. Sometimes we just gotta see where the brain bug takes you, you know? You just gotta go with the flow, and but it's tough. Life is complicated. Life is a complicated thing that we're all trying to navigate, you know? We all have these ideas and we're going in this direction and that direction, and we're pulled hither and thither, helter-skelter. It looks like a water tower in the background there. Okay, okay. So it only gives us a moment to sort of glance at that. This is quite the extended section of brain bug running. Let's walk on this. Slow down, don't get killed, don't get crushed. Interesting. Okay. So is it a good thing to start that? Maybe not yet. Or it is. Okay, alright, so what are we doing here? So we slow down. Oh, I see. We slow down. There we go. Oh no! Did I need to slow down and have that? I needed that to eat me. I think I went by it down too fast. So then we slow down here. There, oh, we jump to it. So now that I'm free all the way over here, and I started some kind of contraption. Ooh, that was close. There's no box. Can I turn it off? Well, it's already on, so I think I'm now make my way back, and maybe these elevators are activated. I probably have to raise this one side. Can I make it? Do I rock it? I guess I rock it, don't I? Is it working? Oh, made it. Look at me. Rockabye baby. Now I pull this one towards me. And they slip past each other. There we go. Look at that. These are wonderful little puzzles that, you know, they build off of simple mechanics, simple experiences that we've had. This can rock too. It's got a handle on it, right? Okay, interesting. Pull the lever, Kronk. Okay, we got a rope now. Oh, I think maybe I do this. Maybe there. What's going on here? Okay, there's a box. There's a box here. I didn't remember seeing this. I guess the box goes to the rope. Make sure the box can actually... Oh, okay. I guess I gotta make sure the box can actually come off by bringing the platform over. We'll see. Let's shove it off. Does it work? Yeah, it works. Look at that. This will weigh down this. That way I can bring the box up here. There we go. Look at that. Do I pull the lever and then jump from the box? Nice, there we go. And we jump. Oh, another one of these situations here. I always suspect, like, which one do I press first? Maybe I save that box. That one gets destroyed, and it goes all the way to the end. Okay. Oh, I gotta stack them? I stack them. So which one needs to come down first? I need to push this one underneath the other one, I think. Oops, I failed to press it, unfortunately. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty proud of that one. I screwed it up a couple of times, but we made it happen. Oh, hear the flies again. What was that moving back there? I know that that ladder was there, but why not see what's in here? Beneath the arthropod. Like a centipede? Like centipedes are arthropods, and they need moisture. These little candles. Now we got the ideas of fire. Fire, electricity. Beneath the arthropod. And so, was that like a giant centipede? Arthropods have to live where it's moist because they absorb moisture through their shells. I'm not exactly sure what other creatures are arthropods, but I'm pretty sure centipedes are. Bro, mosquitoes. stagnant water. Do I hold on to its legs or something? Do I pull on the body? Do I sneak up to it? Like, do I sneak up to it and like jump on its back as it flies up? Is that the deal? These concepts of fast and slow and black and white and on and off. Oh, I really got to get close to it. Before I jump on top of it and it probably flies up so I can grab the ladder. The duality of this game is so beautiful. Simple concepts. Fast and slow, on and off. I can't let go. Okay. I ripped its leg off, I guess. This idea of nature and mechanism and insects and mushrooms and life and death, life and decay, traps and there's something I can bring down here. Doesn't seem like there's anything to hold that down, so let's see. There's steam coming out of the pipe. I can walk under here. Oh, there is a one or two boxes there. What does this do? Oh, okay, do I have to move a box over? Oh, there's probably a box I have to transport. Oh, okay. I can't get over that while it's like that, so here we go. Does it produce a box? Or a tire? Does it automatically roll? Interesting. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, alright. As far as I can take that, so I gotta go to this one. Machines can only fulfill their purpose when there's an operator. Oh, did I make it? Switch it up pretty quick, it seems. So I gotta get it on here, but then transfer over, jump over, and with enough time. Oh. Okay. This one's a little... timing's a little complicated on this one. I wonder what all this is for, right? If I do it too fast, it seems that the ball rolls. So maybe it's about doing it slower here. Or the tire rolls, I should say. Because as soon as I stop too quickly, it rolls right off the edge. Oh man, that's so particular. What if I slow its momentum down like this? I gotta be quicker than that. It's very particular, this one. Like, the momentum it has. Definitely one of my more difficult ones here, to sort of juggle the plate or to roll the ball while it's maybe it's because I'm like holding on to it. Maybe I don't need to grab it, I just push it. I don't know. I'm overthinking it, maybe. There is a sense of precision when it comes to mechanics and creating mechanisms that is very precise, and if it's not as precise as it needs to be, things break down. Am I missing something? I'm just not quick enough. What's with... Oh, God. Is it because I'm jumping over the edge? I might be jumping instead of just walking down. I gotta turn around and grab the thing. I just try to do it so fast that I don't even turn around. I just turn around on the spot, and I don't actually move to grab the handle. I'm trying to do it too quick, or do that specific part just too quickly. And then I'm not enough. Then I'm not going far enough to drop off the edge. Maybe if I hit the wall, maybe if I jump against this and drop down, it'll be enough to be quick. Oh jeez, I don't know. This is where I start to get frustrated, when I'm making little adjustments and they just seem to be super, super precise. I'm either missing something or I have to keep bashing my head against the wall until something happens. That's super frustrating. Do I have to stop slowly? Like, what the heck, man? That was quicker that time. I noticed that it keeps moving, although I let go of it, and and jump up. So maybe that's something to do with it. This is starting to get on my nerves. This is the kind of thing where I leave it and come back later. I think I was mentioning something about waiting for a later time to do something. So I push, jump, drop, pull. I'm getting enough to drop down in time. Now I'm just like trying to turn around too quick. And I don't move to grab the handle in time. I am not entertained. Okay, I have to give up on this for now. That's sort of. I'm gonna have to come back to this because I'm not in the right mind to be doing this over and over again. Like, this is obviously a problem that I need to come back to at a later time, because the amount of precision in this ridiculous little puzzle right now is rather annoying. The momentum of the wheel turning, the fact that like I have to jump over it and drop down in time for me to like pull it. It's rather frustrating, and the fact that I keep timing it on one end, but then I drop down and then he just stands still. And I don't go to grab the thing in time. Yeah. I'm gonna have to... Well, I'm definitely way more than halfway through the game. I mean, here I am over here. But yeah, my patience is running out for sure. So thank you for joining me on this little adventure in Limbo. I'll have to come back and finish this at a later time. my patience is wearing thin. So if you watch this and you enjoyed some commentary on some thoughts on the symbolism of this game and whatnot, but I need to put this game in limbo and return to it later. So thank you, and